Welcome back, guys. Today I've got a review of the Egglettes. It is the answer we've all been looking for whenever you're peeling that hard-boiled egg and that egg decides to just split off and break. We've got a solution for it. And also I'm going to be testing to see how much oil is actually necessary to keep it from sticking. Alright guys, here they are. It's the Egglettes. What we have here is the Egglettes. It is a silicone and it has a plastic threaded. This does come off. That does come off. You just force it through. I am going to be addressing an issue that people have with it, which is the egg sticking. I have found a very simple method to keep it from sticking, and anyone that makes a lot of hard-boiled eggs knows the method already, but I'll show you. So I'm going to get some water in here, along with the oil in here, so it doesn't stick. And one of these I'm going to be using without oil just to see how hard it really is to make these without using oil. So with that said, water in there, eggs in here, back in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. So 3 of these have oil in it. I put just a little bit in there, smear it around to lubricate it. One of these, which I've intentionally lost track of it, so that way I won't have any sort of biasness. If it does stick a little bit more than the others, I'm not going to know. It'll have to be very obvious for me to see it. So, the water is heating up, and these are ready to go. Just 4 regular eggs in there. I'm going to cook mine for 13 minutes, because that's just what it takes for me to cook once that reaches boiling temperature. So with that said, I'll be back when I get these on. Alright guys, I've got them in there. Just a little bit about the Egglettes. They are on Amazon right now for $6.17. I got mine from Goodwill for $3.99. Normally they do come with a carrier. Mine did not because it came from Goodwill. If you do not have a carrier, like mine doesn't, you will need to watch how much water you put in there. Mine sit that far off the bottom. Because they are buoyant, they will try to flip with the boil. So you do want to lower the water if you don't have a carrier. If not, it doesn't matter because they're not going to flip because they're in a carrier. So with that said, I've got them in here. We're back in 13 minutes. Alright guys, it's been 13 minutes and they're done. So now, here's a trick I have to where they don't stick in the container. Put them in the freezer for 30 minutes. That way, not only will the egg firm up and be stronger to handle getting pushed out and shaken out, but also, to me, it kind of shrinks them a little bit. So, we're back in 30 minutes. Alright guys, I got them out of the freezer. It's been 30 minutes. Here are some things that you do want to know about the Egglettes. As you can tell, that top is not quite done, and that is very normal for these Egglettes in general. So my recommendation is if you are going to make like deviled eggs or something, I would definitely, like, when you get them out, pour boiling water over the top just to kind of finish cooking, because it's just the very top. On average, it's like that much of the egg is it cooked. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and try to pop these out now. Again, one of these does not have oil in it. I have no idea which one it is. We're going to see if there's any difference. So my method to it is, of course, this one does have one, I can tell. I'll just kind of squeeze it around. Kind of squeeze it in, go in a circle. And then just kind of press down. And there you go. Just like that. Let's do the next one. Again, just kind of squeeze it around like this. Don't, squeeze it so it crushes it, but just kind of break it loose. And if you listen carefully, which I won't be able to in video because I'm talking, you can usually hear it kind of break, and it's kind of press on the bottom. And there you go. Now again, like I stated, these will be undercooked a little bit, so you may want to, of course, put some boiled water on there if you are going to turn this into anything but hard-boiled eggs. Ooh. This one may be a little hard to get out. This one may be the one without the oil in it. This is definitely the one without oil in it. I'm going to just keep squeezing around. I'm sorry for getting out of frame. I'm trying to look at this through an iPad. I don't think this is going to come out. Okay. Ooh, hang on a second. Okay, so do use oil. Again, what I do is I just pour like a little bit in there, run it around with my finger around the whole inside, and then do that for each one. So that's the one with water. But just to confirm it, let's do this one. That definitely has oil in it. But I mean, you do not need much oil at all. And I use actual olive oil. I don't use pan spray. You can if you want. But that's the best way I found to get it out, is put it in the freezer. So, with that said, Another issue that we all see is these are shaped like bullets. When it comes to making deviled eggs, that may be an issue. What a lot of people do is they'll make them hard boiled first off, because these are not hard boiled eggs. They're medium boiled usually. I don't know the technical term, I'm sorry. But just slice them like that, and then you'll have weird looking ones, but I've seen people do it. So with that said, I'll probably have to go ahead and tear that one out or something like that, but I'll do it off camera. I just want to show you guys real quick. That's the one that came out with the water. I actually am squeezing down here a little bit. It took some extra persuasion, but it came out, and there is a little bit of residue. I have never had residue with oil. They have always looked like this. So even though it actually came out pretty easily once I was able to actually really squeeze on it like down here instead of on the sides, it actually popped right out. But I'm just going to use oil. It's just much easier. But if you do want the healthy alternative, definitely do it without water, but just know it'll be a little hard to get out. So with that said, I do think these are actually really nice alternatives. If you just want to make some hard-boiled eggs for, like, you know, working out and stuff, I think they're awesome. As far as times to cook, it's going to vary. So with that said, if you guys have any questions for me, put it out in the comments. Anything you want me to review or try, put it out in the comments. With that said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.